This is Matthew Kratter from Trader University, and today I want to talk about the troubles over at Gemini Earn. This is one of those products that I've been warning about since at least February of 2021. We can see here this video is basically a target list at this point. BlockFi, Celsius, Gemini Earn, looks like all of them are basically gone. And one of the things I focused on was the commingling of assets, insurance coverage, and most importantly, counterparty risks for these accounts. And I warned again a couple months ago in July that Gemini Earn was in trouble because of their exposure to Genesis Global. Now, the pushback that I always got from this is, Matt, you're already rich, so you don't understand that people need to use products like BlockFi and Gemini Earn to grow their capital by earning interest on their Bitcoin or altcoins. And the argument I made always was that when you're getting 100%, 200% compounded returns on your Bitcoin, you really don't have to worry about earning interest. And the other problem that I pointed out was you're never going to get ahead and compound your savings unless you learn how to avoid exposing your capital to bad counterparty risks like BlockFi and Gemini Earn, because once you lose 100% of your capital, and this could happen if you're invested in a dog coin or something like this as well, once you lose 100% of your capital, you're out of the game and you have to go back to work and start saving more, spending less than you earn so you can build up your capital and get back in the game. Well, unfortunately, Genesis did go ahead and suspend client withdrawals yesterday or early today, and the result of this is that now Gemini Earn, which is their yield product, has had to pause withdrawals. Normally they allow you to get your money out within 5 days. They're saying that this is now not going to happen. They're blaming it on Genesis, and it's very interesting talking about seeing their tweets and their use of the passive voice. We are disappointed that the Earn program will not be this agreement will not be met. We are disappointed that the Earn program will not be met. This is basically a very passive way of accepting this and blaming everything on Genesis. They shouldn't be disappointed. They should have been working very hard to ward this off, and they should not be dependent on an external company like this. And this is my message for the Winklevoss twins. Instead of pumping SHIB and all this other garbage, maybe you should have been focused on better risk management instead. Maybe you should not have outsourced this to Genesis. And instead of using your billions to set up a crypto casino like Gemini and push these SHIB coins, what if you'd use those billions instead to actually support Bitcoin, to support devs? I know they have done some support of Bitcoin devs, but to really throw your weight behind Bitcoin and not distract everyone with all of these tokens, all these unregistered securities on the Gemini exchange. And they were already rich enough, so they really could have done this. They seem like very principled people, but unfortunately they took the easy way out. We can see here Tyler Winklevoss tweeting about Gemini now supporting Shiba Inu tokens on November 15th, 2021, almost exactly a year ago. And we can see what happened to SHIB once it was listed on Gemini. It's been straight down since then, basically straight down since a year ago. It looks like that Gemini itself, the exchange, if you're holding any Bitcoin or altcoins or cash there or stable coins, it looks like they're okay. They claim to be a fully reserved, and they hold customer funds in a 1-to-1 ratio with what they owe customers. This again is probably true. I, for one, would not like to trust a company like this anymore, especially when they've betrayed people so many times. And so I would encourage you not just to withdraw your Bitcoin from Gemini, but withdraw it from everywhere. If you have some cash that's actually in the form of US dollar fiat at one of these places, check to see if they have FDIC insurance coverage if you're in the US. Otherwise, it's quite likely that there's no coverage for stable coins or for Bitcoin or for altcoins. And these companies really have betrayed the trust of their customers and users. This is how it always works. They first warn that withdrawals are going to be delayed. The next step is they actually stop withdrawals, and then they close down the product and you don't get your money back. This is just what we saw with BlockFi a couple of days ago, where they paused withdrawals, and then we hear now, as of yesterday, that they're planning, according to the Wall Street Journal, they're planning to file for bankruptcy. So I don't think Gemini, the exchange, is going to go under, but I think this Gemini Earn program is basically history. Will Tyler and Cameron or Gemini make Gemini Earn holders whole? I seriously doubt it, but time will tell. Will they take money out of their own pockets to make people whole? That would be a really class act thing to do. You just sell a couple houses, you sell a couple yachts, and you can make people whole. But again, this is wound up with the whole Genesis problem. So what's more likely is they're just going to blame it on Genesis and say, we picked a very good custodian, I'm really sorry, but it didn't work out. In the meantime, while we're waiting for all of this to unfold, take your Bitcoin off the exchanges, get rid of your altcoins, get out of your stable coins, move into US dollar fiat, and get off the exchanges. But especially get your Bitcoin off the exchanges. These yield products, if there are any left standing, they're probably in trouble too, would be my guess. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit that subscribe and like button. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I publish my next video. And let me know your questions and comments in the comment section below. Thanks all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.